Ever wondered how the best visual chefs make their food look this good? Well, you're in the right place, as I'm about to get an in-depth plating demonstration of 3 stunning dishes from the 2013 Masterchef winner, Chef Stephen Edwards. Stephen is the chef patron of Etch in Brighton, which recently got voted one of the top 100 restaurants in the UK for 2024. In the demos, Stephen expertly talks me through his plate designs and creative process. But make sure you watch all the way to the end and watch him plate one of the most stunning strawberry dishes I've ever photographed in my 10 years as a pro. Hopefully it will give you some inspiration for your own presentations. So let's get stuck in straight away. Here's Stephen to tell you what he'll be plating first.
So we're going to be plating up our fish dish, which is a beautiful chalk stream trout. We cured the trout in sugar and salt, 24 hours, and then sliced. So really simple preparation, but it allows us to get the full flavour of the trout on the dish.
I'm really intrigued because you've got 2 pieces.
2 pieces, yes. Yeah. So are you instead of the 3?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 clearly for symmetry and stuff is, so it's interesting to see which way it's going to go.
So the way we plated up before with this dish, it's either 2 or 3 slices, and now that's a good way to kind of describe our plating style. Yeah. Sorry, I moved the plate. Hopefully that's okay.
Rule 1, Stephen.
Sorry, I know. Hopefully that's okay.
I think we're all right. All right.
Because we do things by weight, and obviously using natural ingredients, you don't necessarily get exactly what you want. So sometimes it will be, especially when you go more towards the tail of the fish, it could be 3 slices or 2 nice slices. We leave it open to how the chefs are preparing it.
So you will then adapt this?
We'll adapt the plating up style. So you might see pictures of this dish online with 3.
Okay.
Gone with the 2 today.
It's a wonderful colour, isn't it?
It is. I mean, again, utilising the fish that we have in this country is really important to us. I think the majority of fish consumed in the country is like cod, prawn, salmon. Those are things that we don't necessarily put on the menu. We put grey cod on, but that's slightly different. We just wanted to introduce different fish varieties to our guests, and I think people are naturally put off to trout. They find it bony. I don't know, it's almost got that bad reputation.
It does, doesn't it?
Chalk stream trout down in Hampshire. Check it out, because it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Not too far away from here. So with this dish, what's really nice about it is that it all sort of like grows together or matures together. So we've got lovely smoked eel, which is obviously found in crystal clear waters, rivers near where the chalk stream trout comes from. Also got watercress, again, tying back into that theme. And kohlrabi, even though it's not grown in the water, it's part of the brassica family. So you get that lovely floral element to the dish. I know I mentioned that on the last dish, but I really love floral flavours.
So the kohlrabi is that piece there, is it?
Yes, we've got two bits of kohlrabi. We've got little poached and blackened cylinders, and we also got pickled kohlrabi that we've just shaped into flowers.
Oh, right. How did you shape them into flowers? Just
with a cutter, so thinly sliced on a mandolin, and then just with a little flower-shaped cutter.
And you blowtorched the other pieces?
Yes, so poached the kohlrabi and then blowtorched.
Is that for taste? Well, clearly it's for taste, but also visually.
Yeah, I just want to emphasise the smoke flavour. So smoke, salmon or trout naturally go well together. We could have hot smoked this dish, and we were contemplating that, but the results, they weren't consistent enough. So it's like, how do we get that smoky flavour on there? So with elements of this smoked eel, and also the kohlrabi that we blackened, has that smoky flavour on there as well.
Visually it looks much nicer blackened as well. It just adds an extra something to it.
So we start with our watercress puree, our smoked eel.
Is that all smoked here?
No, so we get it in ready smoked. So I think it would be nice to do. We do smoke some things. We've got a lovely cured and smoked duck ham we make in house that sits with our dippy egg and soldiers, which is really nice.
Egg and soldiers? Oh,
yeah. So we serve. We could have done that dish today maybe, but we serve like a duck fat brioche finger. We serve it on a bed of hay, and then we use that hay then to smoke the duck, and also leads us on nicely to the final course, which is our hay diplomat cream.
Right. They're a really nice touch, those.
So it's a little bit more intricate plating on this dish, but we've got a bit more time just because it's served at temperature, rather than the Guinea fowl.
And where does this happen on the menu? What course?
So this would be our second course on the menu. The way we formalise our menu is exactly the same throughout the year. So we kind of take the guests on this journey. We always start with a vegetable course, fish, egg, poultry, shellfish, meat, cheese, chocolate, fruit. Yeah. So we're kind of showcasing the British larder, which is really nice to see. Yeah. But then changing those elements throughout the year. Okay. The blackened kohlrabi sits on there as well. So almost building it up on top of the fish.
That's a really nice texture.
And then finally, well, not finally, but just on this side, we've got our fresh watercress.
And it works really nicely with the plate as well. More bowl, I suppose. More bowl plate
slash bowl. Well, it's really nice about working with companies like Surrey Ceramics, as they've got a lot of choices. We can see like what would work well for certain dishes. So instead of having plates made for this particular dish, we try and have like a variation.
That's really pretty, isn't it? How long did this one take to come up with? Was this fairly quick in terms of presentation and stuff?
Yeah, we've done dishes similar. We did have a beautiful chalk stream trout and cockle dish, so that kind of replaced that on the menu for this time of year. We just wanted to try something different, utilising like watercress, create something fresh.
What's the crumb?
So crumb is a sourdough crumb, so leftover sourdough.
Yep.
Again, we like to utilise ingredients. Yep. Just blitz together with a little bit of honey and malt extract. Baked in the oven, you get a lovely crunch, but also stops the ice cream from sitting directly on the plate, and then thus melting.
I love it when something's got a function. It's actually got a function to the dish as well.
Yeah, but it does give that texture which isn't there.
And then the ice cream, sorry,
it's horseradish buttermilk.
Wow. Oh, beautifully done.
Yeah, horseradish buttermilk ice cream, and then we're just finishing it with some watercress oil. I'll just sit in the middle of the dish, and I actually think that looks a bit nicer.
I think that looks absolutely stunning. That is right up my street, that dish, to be honest with you. Not only everything that's on it, because I love trout. Yeah. It looks stunning. You've got the different colours. You've got contrasty colours. You've got brilliant shapes, brilliant texture. And the dish is wonderful. So that's a really strong dish, isn't it?
I think what's nice about coming into summer, we can use dishes like this, because in the winter months you don't have that array of beautiful fresh ingredients. And for me, I think it's a dish that really epitomises what we're about here at Etch.
If Stephen's demonstrations have left you hungry to learn some more, then make sure you finish this video and come straight back here to click on the plating demonstration playlist. You'll find more demonstrations from more top UK chefs who've kindly shared their plate design experience with us. But if you're still struggling to get started on your own plating journey, then feel free to download my free Plate Like a Pro guide. You'll find it in the description below.
Like I said, our food tends to be quite nostalgic. Flavours of Caesar salad, really nice and summery dish. We've got our Guinea hen breast that we stuffed with a guinea mousse, a few herbs like chives and chervil. Through the mousse itself, we're going to decorate the dish with chervil as well. We love herbs in the restaurant rather than spice. I just find them a lot more floral. And I don't know, I just prefer that freshness that they bring.
I think from a plating point of view, it adds a new colour though, doesn't it, as well? Because looking at the colour palette of what you have there, we're talking yellows, browns. The green will just add a nice pop of colour, won't it? Which is really nice.
So we're basically balancing the Guinea hen breast, like I said, with the mousse, poached it and then sealed it in guinea fat. So that's going to go on the plate first. Sits up nicely like this. Our lettuce, we've cut down, barbecued the lettuce, put anchovies over the top, and then we have black garlic ketchup, Guinea hen croutons on the top.
Anything with anchovies gets my vote.
So we use Lord of the Hundreds cheese, English style pecorino, made with used milk from Sussex. We love this cheese. It's on our snacks as well. I think things like English wine and cheeses have really come a long way in the last 10-12 years. And to be only using English sparkling wine and English cheeses on our menu is something that we're really proud of.
Yeah, this part of the world, you're kind of really lucky for wines and stuff, aren't you, I would have thought?
Oh, 100%. We're just surrounded by hundreds of vineyards here in Sussex. We've got a fantastic sommelier called Sam Wetherall, who's won lots of awards recently. But I think the main thing is the shock of not serving champagne. So when guests come in and they want a glass of fizz, so to speak, we only do the English sparkling, and we're able to choose something that's really nice for them to enjoy. That celebrates the local area. I always think if you had a restaurant in Champagne, would they be serving English sparkling wine? Probably not. They're really proud, and I think we need to be more proud of the ingredients and provenance of the of what's produced here in the UK, because it's fantastic at the moment.
Yeah, we are very, very fortunate, especially when it's so close to you.
So we basically built that up as, like I said, our little salad. I don't think I mentioned the Guinea Hen croutons, so we love using fats here as well. So even on our beef dish, we're cooking that in beef fat and finishing it in beef fat. The Guinea Hen doesn't have a lot of fat, but what we can get from it, we're trying to utilise the whole of the ingredient, increase the flavour, increase that Guinea flavour. Same with all the bones are saved, and we make this lovely sauce just finished with shallots on there to finish as well.
Okay. Really nice. Beautiful looking dish. I see now when you were describing your food downstairs, I see exactly what you're talking about. You know, it's proportioned really nicely. You know,
I
plate's
think
great.
Proportion's really important, but I know there's a lot of elements going on there, but actually to plate up is quite simple. But kind of visually, I think it looks nice. It showcases what we're about and what I'm about as a chef. So on to the finale. At this time of year, we're using strawberries, beautiful British strawberries. Like I said downstairs, this is a dish that's always been quite normal in terms of strawberry and cream, so we use creme fraiche or clotted cream. This year we just wanted to try and push it out a little bit further, and we're using hay. So we've got a hay diplomat cream inside a strawberry jelly, and that's sat on an olive oil cake. We're using a little bit of olive oil to finish on the strawberries as well.
Okay.
So before I put that on the dish, we're just using a little bit of bee pollen. Now if you haven't used bee pollen before,
sorry, you're saying bee as in the
bee,
insect?
as in the bees,
right.
birds and the bees. So lovely honey flavour we give to the dish. So the bee pollen gives a lovely honey aroma to the dish. Again, that floral sort of element.
Has it got a crunch as well? Is it similar to like honeycomb, is it?
Slight crunch. I wouldn't say it's anything like honeycomb. I'll get you to try some in a minute. It's almost like, you say like pollen, or like if you've had fennel pollen, it's almost like a really fresh floral taste.
Okay.
We're then serving that with, so I'm just going to move this over.
Right.
So our strawberries.
I was going to ask, so that you were slightly off centre there, but you now want to be right in the middle. Okay.
So our strawberries are just going to lay almost like alongside this lovely hay diplomat cream.
So explain to me about the hay diplomat cream then. So
how do we make it?
Yeah,
so we went through the process of, when we're doing it, do we like smoke the hay first, so like burn the hay and give that flavour? But it's actually got so much to it that we found just by bringing the cream to the boil, adding hay into there and infusing it, you get this lovely like meadow flavour, and that's really what we wanted from a quintessentially British dessert. The taste of a meadow isn't a bad thing. It's a really nice flavour to have on there.
I mean, just screams summer. I mean, just the colour straight away as well. You know.
So this is our crumb, again, to hold the sorbet on this course. So the crumb is made from the honey cake. Just going to dress the strawberries, a little bit of this olive oil. So even when cooking with olive oil, you tend to lose that beautiful flavour that it holds. So by finishing the strawberries in the olive oil, gets that flavour onto the dish.
And this bit was?
This is our white chocolate twill.
That's white chocolate?
Yeah, so it's caramelised white chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Gives a lovely crunch to the dish.
Yeah. I love the shards of it as well. Just adds a really nice... I know, clearly it'll add a nice crunch, but from a visual point of view...
It's just plating things up a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So these are marigold leaves, and if you haven't used marigold leaves before, they're lovely.
I don't think I've ever heard of marigold leaves. I mean, I've heard the flower, but...
lovely appley flavour to them.
Yeah. Apple. Okay. And they look really pretty as well.
And then it's just finished with our strawberry sorbet.
Yeah.
That sits alongside.
That is the absolute business, that is. And has this one evolved over time, or is this pretty much as you started it?
Yeah, so as I said, we've always had a strawberry dish on. I think we can't go through the year without strawberries. But definitely this has evolved. We've had things like scones on this particular dish, like I said, with creme fraiche or clotted cream. Tends to be a bit more standard. Whereas I think adding elements like the bee pollen, marigold, hay, we're just trying to take the dish to the next level. Yeah. Just trying to give people flavours that they necessarily haven't had before, but it still gives a lovely nostalgic flavour. Ultimately, it's still strawberries and cream. Yeah. Just the cream's been infused with hay.
Yeah. I think what's really interesting about, purely from the presentation point of view from the other ones, is that you've gone for the largest plate here, which I think adds a sort of
drama to it. Yeah.
Adds drama, but also a sense of importance to it, I think. Yeah. You know, because you're using a huge amount of negative space, which is quite a luxury, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, I think you've got to be careful that we're not slipping into Nouvelle cuisine.
Yes.
Because that was a trend that was just horrible, I think, for the industry.
Yeah.
And I think even when we post photos of dishes, there's always those comments like, where's the rest of it? You just got to remember this is part of a 5-course tasting menu where you've got bread and snacks at the beginning as well. And balance is really important. Even though there's a great kebab shop down there around the corner, we don't want people going there. We want them to feel content. Not over full where they can't get out their seat to the end, but feel full. And that's really important to us. Just as important as the dish itself is the balance that we got on there, the proportions. And I think that's a tip that we spoke about for people at home. I think when you're doing a 3-course dinner party, we often forget that most of the time we're just cooking 1 course. You know, for myself and my wife, it might just be 1 course, so you're overloading the plate. When you're doing a 3-course menu, you've got to think you want to like half that size, because you're going to do half again on the starter, half again on the dessert. And there's nothing worse than having a dinner party where people are like, stuffed. It's not a nice feeling.
No, absolutely. No, it's stunning, and I think the way you played it is really beautiful. You know, certainly having the little crunchy bits on top, it just breaks it all up, doesn't it? Because there's a lot of red, so having the little shards of the bee pollen, just a couple of leaves on there, just elevates. It's beautiful. Really nice.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this plating demo, and I hope it helps you on your visual journey to elevate your plating game. If you struggle for ideas, then click on the video here, where I explore ways to generate fresh plating ideas. From simple sources such as social media and cookbooks to more advanced techniques, like taking a contrarian approach or reverse engineering. So whether you're a seasoned chef or a passionate home cook, there should be something there to help you create visually stunning dishes that will make your diners go wow.